I think a lot more could be done, and I'm just surprised that nothing being done, and I'm not hearing any noise about it.
Well, one, people who talk sense are ignored, and even by the masses. You remember, like Kia just went on rant, and because of her cussing and ranting, she got millions or hundreds of thousands of followers. And Philip Alexander and the others are the same way. We don't have appetite for sense. One, two, the politicians are they're just there to take their cut, really.
Yeah, and just sort of hold on. I think they just purposefully have us oscillating between one and the other. So at least, like, they know they'll not stay in power perpetually, but they don't mind staying in power half the time, because at least they're in power half the time.
Yeah, some of these people, if we hear the kind of contracts, they set for 20 years when they're done in government.
Yeah, I mean, if some of the contractors from, oh gosh, where it was Sealots or that area, somewhere around there, like, they were getting a lot of contracts as well, right? Multi-million-dollar contracts. I think Cedric Burke got I think he got some contracts as well for construction. I think Molly McDonald, it was a common-in-law husband or something.
He got a couple some
for
checks
community
from
centers,
Calabar.
to build community centers and stuff. And I think, can you have any idea how much civil engineers I know that much more highly qualified, and they have no chance at getting any kind of contract like that?
Yeah, it's the corruption one, and
nepotism.
Back to my previous point. So hypothetically, if I was Minister of Finance,
I
would sit down with all the banks and all these major corporations and say, Israel is a good example of like, Israel is like a major leader in technology. Like, their military technology is better than the US in some areas. Like their drones and their missile defense and certain things that they are. In the 80s, they built a bunch of it was like a public-private partnership with a lot of hedge funds.
Right.
So they funded the companies they needed to build these industries and technology in the 80s, and now they're reaping the benefit. So I think we just sit down, whatever. I would say I'll put all the billionaires in a room and put all the banks in a room and say, okay, we're gonna open a hedge fund. And a hedge fund, like, as you would know, it makes money. Once you invest in good companies, it makes returns.
All right.
So venture capitals, we'll take like $2 billion TT dollars, and we're gonna find the top 5 or 10 best companies with good ideas in Trinidad to invest in. That will bring in foreign exchange, and we fund these companies, and then we make jobs. We fix agriculture. We have food in the country. We'll be exporting pepper sauce or something, cocoa, something.
Yeah, we have cocoa, we have coconut water, citrus. Citrus is a big one. And then at least be able to feed ourselves. Because if you say we have any problems with dealing with Venezuela, where we get cut off from the US from...
Well, like, what will happen at the last minute, Rowley will go call the ambassadors like, RL, sorry, boy.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it.
I think they probably look at us as like a sort of...
We're a bunch of clowns to them.
Yeah, so that's why they don't take us as seriously. Like, if...
Well, Cuba provides military assistance to Venezuela. That's why they're in that state. But we just a bunch of clowns. So we're not going to get starved to death, but it is our policy, just to make the point, is stupid.
Yeah, and the thing is, we're not any closer to these states geographically than Venezuela. So Cuba, at least, they had... Remember, that was the point of the Cold War to set up...
Missile crisis.
Yeah, the missile crisis. To set up the missiles there where they were in striking distance, but Trinidad, we literally next to Venezuela. So it's not
we do have the highest recruitment rate per capita for terrorists in the world.
ISIS.
Yeah, so we are concerned of this.